Okay, so today I have a 2006 Dodge Stratus. I didn't see any videos addressing specifically the Dodge Stratus in 2006 for the replacement of the air conditioning condenser. So bear with me, I don't have anybody to operate the camera. I'm going to put it here on the tripod, and the first step, it appears to me, is to get this panel out of the way. It's kind of a header panel, and it looks fairly simple, and I'm going to try to stay out of the way as much as I can and still get the bolts out to show what has to come off. Now, first of all, there's some plastic clips that are holding the grill on right here. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of those. Basically, you get them started with a small screwdriver, the inside part. Then you get something to go ahead and pop the centerpiece up. And they're not always real easy. Sometimes I get a pair of side cutters. But you have to be careful not to squeeze the side cutter too hard, or you will damage the plastic clip. So anyway. Okay, once you get the middle part out, it releases the external part. So we'll get all of those clips out first. Gotta have your good music playing. Always helps. Probably can't hear it for the traffic though. Okay, that's got the clips out of the way. Now there's looks like there's 4 of these 13mm bolts. I already took one out because I had to hold the hood up to let the hood rod out of the way. Went ahead and did that one ahead of time. Now, there's a couple of 10mm bolts up here at the very front by the grill. And then the only thing left looks like a couple of 5mm bolts. They actually look like they hold the headlights in place. There you go, headlight bolts. Wow. Now then, we still have the hood latch intact. Okay, there's another clip holding the intake tube that feeds the breather of air from the road. That clip out of the way. Go ahead and get that duct out of the way too. Air duct. Now it looks like there's a cable to the hood latch. It looks like we're going to unhook that. There's also a couple of bolts, small bolts, behind the grill. Looks like actually they're push tabs, just like on the up here at the grill. There's some underneath that I wasn't aware of. So you have to reach through there, do them the same way that you did the ones on top. You have to release them. They're holding a plastic piece. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that step done. So here we go. Pause it. Okay, so right here on both sides, just behind this grill, as you can pull the grill back, get your hand in there. It's a little difficult, but it can be done. And it's a push clip. One on each side. They're released the same way as the top ones did. And then there's a little a loop right here that the hood cable was in. I had to get that out to give it some slack. You just have to open it up a little bit with your finger or screwdriver. And then you can lay this piece back out of the way. Now, I'm going to take the camera, and I certainly need a light. Let me get the light here. Okay. Now, you can see the condenser. Okay, so use another hand here. I'm going to take, there's a piece right here I'm going to lay out of the way. Get the light on it. Okay, now, just in front of the radiator is the condenser. So I'm going to pause the camera, and I'm going to see just what all is entailed in separating the condenser and the radiator and getting the radiator out. Now I know that we have to unhook the lines going to the condenser. They're both down here on the passenger side, and it's hard for me to see to be able to show you, but they're down kind of low. So, okay, I'm going to pause it, and we're going to see what's involved with that. So, here we go, pause. Okay, so it turns out that they brought me the wrong part for this car. The condenser they brought has a different configuration because there is a transmission cooler built into one end of this. The way the other one that they brought me is made is, well, it's just a different configuration. The lines hook up differently. But I do want to show you one thing. There's two bolts that hold from the front. There's two bolts at the lower part of this condenser that hold it, mounts to the radiator. And you can get to those bolts. Let me just show you how you can get to it. Okay, there's a long extension going through the middle fin of that grill. And what's going to happen, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but up inside there is a plastic cover that has a vent hole through it, but it's not exactly in line with the bolt. And so what you can do, because that plastic vent is flexible, and I'm going to recommend taking some tape and taping your socket to the extension, because you get in there raking around, it could knock your socket off, and then you have to stop and hunt for that. So, but anyway, to try to show you as much as I can, and if it'll focus, those lines hook up to the passenger side, or the refrigerant lines. Then you have the two bolts at the bottom, and then up at the top, it just slides into a cradle instead of having a bolt, which is nice. You slide it up after you get the lines all unhooked. Now over here on the driver's side, and I can't see what I'm showing you because I'm not in front of the camera at this point, but there's your cooler lines on the driver's side at the top. Apparently some of them have one at the top and one at the bottom. This one's not made like that. So at this point, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go ahead and put the video up because I couldn't find anything on YouTube about an 06 Stratus. I could find, I believe it was a Charger, but they are different. This one, you can actually do it. It looks like you won't have to take the whole front of the car off like they did on the Charger. So with that said, I hope this has been helpful. I know my videos are not good, but you know, when there's nothing, it's better than nothing. So it's free. So if you're unhappy with it, I'm sorry. Just don't watch it again. But I do appreciate the views. I really am not monetized at this date. Who knows? I don't know if I'll ever monetize. Basically, what I'm about is I want to try to help people and encourage people. So there you go. Hey, thanks and have a blessed day. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next video.